Hello, my name is Sarah Gordon and I am the course leader for this short course, Leadership in the Early Years. And I would like to take the next few minutes just running through a brief overview of the course for you. So, through this course, we have an approach towards learning and development. Firstly, we introduce and explain a concept, theory, principle, policy or issue, for instance, something like sustained shared thinking. We then extend understanding through reading and academic tasks. So if you were looking at sustained shared thinking, you'd be looking at further reading and research around this using our library in Sheffield, online library, Google library. Looking at people, for instance, like Siraj Blatchford and her role of sustained shared thinking play and metacognition in young children's learning. And there are many more research documents and books around sustained shared thinking for you to access. We then look to apply to practice through a reflective task. And this is something that you would do in your setting. So you would look at sustained shared thinking. How does it happen? How does it occur? When does it occur in your setting? And then this all ties up neatly and you show how you have understood all this through your assignment, which is a research project, which we will take you through step by step. So we need to ensure there's a good balance of introducing information about theory, research, policy and principles that underpin the quality practice, the academic skills to demonstrate this knowledge and understanding in assessment, as well as the skills, tools, confidence and attitude to lead practice in your settings. So we need the knowledge and understanding. We then work with you on the academic skills. And then that shows that you have the skill and the confidence and the attitudes to lead practice in your setting. The two modules that we have chosen for this are leading the development of quality environments, as we know that the environment is the fourth teacher for our early years children, and the early years practitioner as lead, as without you as the practitioner, we do not have that excellent guidance for children to follow. So, taking you through the leading the development of quality environments and what we have here. So we always like to start off with the assessment task so that you have a really clear understanding of what's expected. I know that assessment tasks can be quite daunting, but rest assured we will take you through this step by step. So the assessment task for this module is to develop and implement an audit, which is used to evaluate one aspect of the indoor environment in the setting. Now, we're all used to using audit tools. There are ECHAs and ITAs audit tools out there that a lot of settings have been used to using. We then have the findings are shared through a presentation, which is recorded as a screencast, which is what I'm doing now, and an action plan of areas for development created. This task gives you, the practitioners, confidence to use, adapt and develop tools for quality to review and for you to reflect critically on the environments in your setting. You develop presentation skills to use PowerPoint as well as digital skills to make a screencast and upload to YouTube. Please do not be afraid of all this. This is something that we've all learnt over the last 2.5 years and we are ready to help you with this. And these skills then are easily transferred to the setting and can be used by yourselves to lead practice. So the module content. The importance of reflective practice underpins this module, and we focus on how environments can be reviewed, evaluated to ensure they are enabling. We know that if we have time to reflect on our practice, we can truly make the improvements that are needed for our children and other staff members. We consider the importance of curiosity and creativity for learning and development and explore provocations and invitations for learning. So provocations, the things that you may put out in your setting to make children excited to want to learn more. We consider the importance of open-ended materials and resources which offer as many possibilities as possible. We all know that when we see children using these open-ended resources, there's infinite amounts of ways that the children learn to use them. And along with that comes that rich communication and language possibilities. We look at the importance of making spaces communication friendly, print and number rich, and the ways that belonging and inclusive practice can be promoted in the environment. Our environments must be totally and utterly inclusive for our cohort of children. We consider the importance of routines, rules, children's spaces in the emotional care environment, especially after the last 2 years we've had. And in this module, students are supported to use the literature to identify good quality practice and to develop your skills to use and develop these audit tools that can be used in settings to review and evaluate good practice with your colleagues. And not only with your colleagues, you can do it with the children and the parents. You are able to develop confidence and communication skills and demonstrate learning through a presentation, which can be used moving forward as an effective tool to share practice further in your setting. Module 2 is the early years practitioner as leader. So again, we start by explaining the assessment task. So the task is a small-scale research project where you use ethical research to investigate a particular area of practice related to your role of practitioner, and we will help you along the way. We will help you to unpick ethics and what this means and what impact it has on you and doing a research project. Then this research is written up as a reflective account and an action plan created to enable clear links and areas for development to be addressed in the setting. And again, we will take you through that every step. And this module also provides students with the knowledge of, as I said earlier, ethical issues in research, as well as the tools to create and share an online questionnaire and analyse findings in the light of literature. So we will show you how to create a questionnaire, why you would use a questionnaire, the sorts of questions that you will need to ask in order to get the answers that you're looking for. Or you may feel that you need quite open questions to allow your staff or other colleagues to really get to grips with something, to give you a more rounded answer to your questions. And then you analyse the findings in the light of the literature. And again, we will create a literature list for you and you will have access to the Sheffield Online Library. So the module content. This module, we focus on the importance of learning through play, because that is the way our children learn, and many of us as adults as well. We consider the adult role as they scaffold learning and development and extend thinking through sustained shared thinking, how we co-construct with a child to support them to develop and understand. We also look at the importance of well-being and the impact of any transition on a child. We consider the importance of the key person role and the practitioner role in terms of observing, planning and assessing. And we know that this is a huge part of our daily tasks. We also consider learning through modelling and the way that we as practitioners can coach and mentor colleagues by sharing our knowledge and understanding and how we delegate these tasks. And the more we learn on these modules, the more we will be able to then enhance practice with our colleagues when we get back. We consider the importance of supporting that positive behaviour, both for children and for your colleagues, and how the role of emotional intelligence and active listening in quality practice, and the ways that we can support children and colleagues to be confident, resilient, autonomous, and have an agency and can self-regulate. We consider the importance of motivations and dispositions for learning and the importance of seeing children and colleagues as lifelong learners. So we also realise that there are employability and transferable skills once completed. You will be looking at time management, how you organise this, your communication skills. We all know that over the past 2 years, our digital competence has gone up, and we learn every day with that. How you search for literature, relevant literature. Your confidence and your resilience, not just in the workplace, but also to take this on board while you are working. How you reflect and use our feedback. All feedback is there in order to help you progress and develop and move forwards. Target setting, action planning, so important in order to move practice on. And academic reading and writing is a skill that we will lead you through. This will lead you to being much better at problem solving. you'll be more reflective, and you'll be able to be creative and a critical thinker. The induction, we have an extended induction throughout the course. We always revisit, we practice, we scaffold. We revisit, we practice, and we scaffold. If anyone is struggling with any part of this, then we will go back and we will revisit, practice, scaffold. So I can't stress that enough. But you will know how to use Blackboard and MyHallam. You'll learn remotely and digital skills, all about academic literature and using the library. We will teach you how to cite and reference. We have our own structure that you can pull on for that. Managing time and organising workload. I don't think any of us truly manage that, but we will help you with this throughout the year. And feedback. We will give constant feedback in order to help you move your practice on. The teaching will be remote, online and flexible to fit in with your needs over your working year. You will be allocated learning buddy groups and supported to engage as a wider community of learning, and you will have opportunities to come into campus each semester to touch base, and this is a really important time when we all get to see each other face to face. You will have access to the library 24/7, physical or digital. And we give elbow support and tutorials towards the end of each module. And there is an opportunity to gain formative feedback prior to all your submissions. And then detailed feedback and guidance around how to improve. There is access to the Skills Centre, and this is a huge resource focused on academic skills. So really here is what I'd like to say is that you will be totally supported in this community of learners. So academic advising, you will get to know you. In September, you have group tutorials where we all get to know each other. Then you will start having individual tutorials as feedback and moving forward. And then more individual tutorials with a tighter action plan to move you forwards. The entry requirements for this short course is a relevant level 3 qualification, and you need to be working or volunteering in an early years setting. Now down to cost. The course cost is £2,000, and you are eligible to apply for a HE short course tuition fee loan to cover the course fee. If you have any questions at all or would like to talk to me further about this, please don't hesitate to get in touch. My email address is there, and I'm sure that we could arrange to have a telephone conversation if you would prefer that. I hope this has been useful. I'm really excited about getting this short course off the ground in its first year, and I look forward to meeting you all in September 2022. Thank you for listening.